North. It's showtime. Bet Like Mike Show, WinDailySports.com. Happy Friday. It's a Friday. I can still lift my left arm up for now. We'll see how that goes throughout the day.
Oh, you had the vaccine, huh?
I had the COVID shot on my left arm.
You going for the one, Johnson & Johnson?
No, so this is my second Moderna shot. So this is the last one. But yeah, I'm right now. The left arm's a little sore, but feeling good. I can lift it over my head. Feeling good. But Mike North, how are you? How was your Friday?
Well, you got a microchip in your body right now, so don't worry. They're gonna fight.
I got a big microchip that I willingly carry around all the time anyway, so I'm good.
I gotta tell you, I'm not completely happy. I got what I call sucker punch last night. It's not even a bad beat. I had my first losing night in 2 weeks.
That one game was horrible, and I'm sure you're going to explain it, but that was horribly bad how that went down.
Can I tell everybody what the game was before you start describing the accident? You got.
I'm sorry. I get really excited because
that's a shot, and you're not going to use that as an excuse with me, okay? All right. Don't try to hijack my situation here. I have enough trouble talking about it anyway. So what I'm going to tell you, John, is that I had Toronto. We're winning 7-5. The next thing you know, it's 7-6, and then Martinez with 2 out. In the bottom of the ninth, in the ninth, they just throw the ball to him right down. Anybody else, and he hits the ball out, so it's a bad beat. But then I see last night all sorts of bad beats. You had a bad beat, or you were 1-2 last night. You don't want to count Philly, from what I understand.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to count that because I bet them because of the starting pitcher, Vince Velasquez, and it voids the bet anyway when it's not the starting pitcher, or I think I would have to. But yes, Vince Velasquez was scratched like 20 minutes before the start, and David Hale was starting.
Put out a tweet to all the people that listen to the show, the plus 800, 900, 1,000, say, I picked Velasquez. He's not starting. I apologize.
I should probably have done that, but I think.
But you didn't, so this was your own little secret while our listeners went down.
It wasn't a secret. Well, I will say this now as a disclaimer. If a starter is scratched, the bet that I have 11 a.m. or 12 at noon during the day I would say is void.
I would say this for now on, but yesterday you should have put out a tweet. Maybe I might have taken it. I'm a little hurt. I didn't hear that you had to have the pitcher.
I did at least tweet out that Velasquez was hurt and that I wasn't happy about it. So at least I did that.
That's not bad. That's not bad, but I think, I think right now we have to put it in front of the World Gambling Organization, the powerful WGO.
Right. Because now people don't believe me. People don't believe me.
I get in front of a mirror and I go, what do you think happened here? And then I get both sides from
are we going to do that gambling court?
This time, I'm going to give you a pass on this. The WGO has decided, Velasquez is out, and the tweet saved you. That's all.
I love that. We are now gamblers court. We are going to decide whether or not your bet should be void or not, your pick should be void or not. That's what we're here for. We are gamblers court.
Now, are you sure you put the tweet out? I'm looking for my tweet here so we can connect.
So I did yes, the tweet is out.
I found it.
There we go.
It's a tradition like no other, folks.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little trouble finding the tweet too, but the tweet is out. Win Daily Sports is where you can find us on Twitter, and then WinDailySports.com, of course.
There wasn't a no-hitter last night, thank God.
No hitter. I don't even think anyone was close, right? I think we had a pretty.
Talk about Mike North, who takes last night the Cincinnati Reds. They get beat 19-4. Then let's talk to Mike North about how a team like the Boston Red Sox, who, by the way, pretty good hitting team, they hit the off field, scores 8 runs. And then try to tell me about all the lowering of the mound nonsense when I had bets against 2 teams that put up like 27 runs against me last night. It was just obscene. There were scores all over the place in baseball, a lot of high-scoring games. So, like I said, John, a couple of days ago, I think as the hot weather comes around, I think that things will tend to even out.
Yeah, I think so. At least there will be scoring. Like I don't think home runs are down really as much this year. It's just strikeouts are way up. And I think that's just the result of pitchers, being really good, obviously, and we've been kind of going towards this way. But it's just more of, again, I don't think they deaden the baseball too much. We are getting still home runs. It's just pitchers are really good now, and they're striking out hitters at an alarming rate.
I don't just dismiss you as a young guy that doesn't know anything. I take your.
I don't know anything.
I take your stuff seriously. So what I do is when I watch the show like 3-4 times, especially if I'm having a good hair day, I listen to what you had to say. And you were talking about you and the coach, with all due respect to the hitting coach that you have on your show, Mr. Hennigan, I believe it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm not going to dismiss what you were saying, but not the way the ball is that's making it rotate different or anything else. It's what they're putting on the ball. And I'll tell you, I heard Jerry Remy last night in Boston, one of the best analysts in the game, best who's ever done it. Jerry Remy says it's not the tightness of the baseball. It's not the looseness of the baseball. It's not the seams. It's the Vaseline. It's the scuff. It's the stuff that they're doing to the baseball. Now, back in the day, this isn't that long ago, if you follow baseball, folks, the umpire every so often would say, let me see that ball. They don't do that anymore. Yeah. The ball sinks. The next thing you know, the catcher blocks it and just throws it away. Every ball's got to be perfect. And you want to know something? There's a problem with that. You can keep some of those balls in play, but here's the deal. It used to be the ump almost once an inning, especially if a pitcher had some great stuff, John, would say, let me look at the ball. They don't do that anymore. And they got a new ball that they can scuff and do whatever they want to. And how's the ump going to ever check it if he doesn't look at it?
Yeah, I've definitely JT Realmuto, catcher for the Phillies. Right. He mentioned that he has noticed more substances as well being used. Even I'll go back to the hitting coach that I work with. He even said it's rampant and a lot of pitchers use it. So it is something that's being done. It is something that's not being done, anything done to it or about. I don't know, because it seems like everybody. It's a weird thing. Everybody knows it, but nobody wants to do anything about it. That's what I don't get. Is baseball okay with the substances?
Pitchers are going out with pine tar on their hands so they can get a better grip on the ball. Yeah. That's nonsense. That is absolute nonsense. That's a substance into itself. Anyway, by the way, folks, we're going to have our picks in about, I guess, 10, 11 minutes here. You never have to wait long. We appreciate everything. The first 2 weeks have been outstanding. John and I are having a good time. And
great time.
We're going to have come back with some winners. By the way, I'm going to announce a change I'm doing. You know, it's gotten to the point, John, where you can't debate anymore on Twitter. You know, and I came back making my bones by handicap. And so what I'm going to be doing in the next week or two is changing my facade, my profile. And it's going to have Win Daily on it. It's going to have ESPN 1000 on it. It's going to have Bears Barroom. The only time I'm going to debate, is going to be on my shows. Because you can't debate with people anymore. They pull out the race card. They pull out this. They got pictures of the people that, you know, they like that they have no reason. And I heard Chris Rock say recently, comedy's not fun anymore. People are afraid to say what they want to say on the air. All I'm going to be doing, it's going to be called Handicap Village. Every handicapper in the country will be invited in. Okay? And I'm only going to do show content that I'm on, Bears Barroom, Win Daily, or AM 1000 ESPN, and dog videos, which I love dog videos. I have a dog myself.
Dog videos are great. Yeah.
And that's going to be it. I will not debate. I've been doing
cat videos, though? Are there going to be cat videos?
No.
No cat videos. Video. Okay.
Cats
are good. I'm allergic to them, but I love cats.
With respect to the felines, you have a cat?
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had two cats.
Bowser, Pinky, what's his name?
No, we had two cats. Tiger, who just unfortunately passed away recently,
I'm sorry,
and then Binks is our second cat.
If I see a good cat video, you send me, I'll put them up.
There we go. I'll do that. All right, I'll send you some cat videos. I'm only
going to be doing handicapping people like Philly Godfather, guys like Paulie and Mitch over there at VSIN. You know, they're going to be on there. I'm going to just add, but Win Daily show content will be on there, Bears Barroom, and of course,
whatever stupid things I say that you need to yell at.
Absolutely. Anything that I'm associated with, but the debating of the people's over. I've been doing it for 11 years. You got a chance to debate with Babe Ruth. Enjoy yourself. It's like shooting hoops with Jordan. Hope you enjoyed yourself, but most people have fallen off the earth over the last year. I don't know if COVID did it to anybody else, John, but I know you talk to people every night on The Gambler. You know, you got to watch your P's and Q's now.
Yeah, well, luckily I don't take in radio, taking phone callers has just become one of the most annoying things I've ever. I just don't do it. Nobody's tuning in to listen to the caller that I have on. They're tuning in to listen to me, or at least the information that I give out. Not a random caller. I'm sorry to callers. You're awesome people, callers. You listen to us. Thank you. But nobody wants to listen to you.
Well, I'll tell you this. Back in the day, it was great because that was the only way you could communicate. There was no Twitter. No
Right. Well, yes. Okay. Yeah.
It built the industry. So I don't mind taking calls, but Twitter, there's a reason there's phone screeners. And 80% of the people on Twitter would never get on the air. That's the truth, folks. Yeah. You got to have facts with Mike North. You can't be yelling this or that, or you're a bum, you're a boomer, and to get your point across. That doesn't work with a guy like me. So I'll have more announcements on that. I'm also going to be writing a book shortly on the Black Book of Betting from A to Z. So the myths, I'm going to explode some myths in the betting industry. And I got another special project coming up. But Win Daily, God bless.
That's one thing I will never be able to do. I don't have the patience or the smarts to write a book. I can't do it.
Well, they got this thing that I talk into that types it out, so it's a little bit easier. But then you got to clean it up when you do the editing.
Yes.
You're talking to. And then my mommy said, "Go home, son." And then it says, and then my daughter.
Is that chapter 1?
Yeah, go home, son. That's absolutely chapter 1. All right. So now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about the NBA and Indiana. What a pathetic effort. The Washington Wizards. If I'm your Philadelphia 76ers, I'm sorry. They're going to be, and maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll be run out of the building by Embiid and Simmons and everything else. But I do know this. If I'm a 76er fan, okay, and Russell Westbrook's coming to town and Beal, who last night, all the proposition bets for the over, points for Beal 31, they all stopped. They didn't make it.
Oh, they didn't.
No.
That's what I get for stop watching at halftime.
You had it automatically going over because of the score. You know why?
Yeah.
I know
everybody was benched.
They benched everybody like a third quarter. Yeah. Beal had 25 points. The over-under was 31.
I did see a photo of Russell Westbrook on the bench. He already gave his shoes out to the crowd, so just in socks, knowing he wasn't going to be back in that game.
And he didn't get a triple-double by 2 rebounds, and they sat him. So that's where you get burned. You get burned sometimes badly. That's what I'm talking about. Florida, the Panthers last night.
Yeah.
They're losing. They scored 4 unanswered goals.
That's why you shouldn't bet any Sixers props in this series because they're going to be up 30 every single game. So
you honestly think that?
The Wizards
pick during the week if you even go that way.
The Wizards don't stand a
the
chance.
Fanboy in is coming out.
It's not the fanboy. It's what I'm looking at the regular season series, how that went. The Sixers averaged 127 points in those 3 games. Washington only averaged 114.
When did they play him? Number one, way back when in December? Because
I know they. I can't remember the most recent.
The Wizards were dead. They weren't going to make it 3 weeks ago.
Right, but the problem the Wizards have is they have absolutely nobody inside to guard Joel.
I agree.
Alex Len is not good. Daniel Gafford, Robin Lopez isn't going to. I mean, it's a contrast of styles, which could make things a little bit interesting because the Wizards just want to run the floor as fast as they can. The Sixers want to be half court, very slow down into the post. But it's just the Sixers are going to be way too tough.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Would they have preferred maybe another opponent for the first round? That's all. Because as an 8th seed, all I'm saying to you is the Washington Wizards on a roll, been one of the best teams in basketball for the last 2 months. They fear nobody, and they got one guy that plays hard every minute he's on the floor, and that's Russell Westbrook.
Well, yeah, but I do want to take into account that they couldn't beat Boston in that first play-in tournament game, and that was a hobbling and not a Jaylen Brownless, which is their best player, offense. And I think Washington, certainly the run that they had was great. But I just think once they run into some of the better teams, especially the Sixers, that's just going to be way too much talent to overcome.
Well, I'll tell you what. I also see where the Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks for the series are almost even money.
Are they really?
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, first reaction, who you going with? Who would you put it down for?
I would have to go Knicks. I like their defense. Julius Randle's been great. I think this is just me either not watching the NBA enough or just not watching the Atlanta Hawks specifically enough. I have no idea how they got into this spot or how they got this good. I just personally don't know. Because they were bad. Even beginning of the season, they were bad. And now
they were like the Wizards.
Yeah.
They were like the Wizards. Now let me ask you this, John. With Randle, to me, it's up to the number 2 guy on the Knicks, whoever he is, because you know they're going to do what they got to do to stop Randall.
Yeah,
Now, this nonsense, he may be running out of gas. I see no proof of that.
No, I don't either.
But I'm telling you right now, if you want a for sure thing, you'd probably put your money on the Knicks. Like John just said, I'm going to do more investigating because it's pretty odd to me, the Atlanta Hawks, and John just said it, people aren't familiar with them. But yet they're an even money thing, and they're going to be playing, and I heard this on VSIN today, they're going to be playing at home with a predominantly New York Knicks crowd and at Madison Square Garden in front of 15,000 people.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. Are you ready for some picks, my friend?
Yes, I am.
Did you get the price on that? Did you get the price on Atlanta, New York there?
I did not. No, I didn't find the price on that.
I think it's about even money.
I would say it's probably about even money.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
All right. Now I got burned yesterday, and every time I get burned, very rarely. You know what's rare in life? An eclipse of the sun. A Rolling Stones concert week after week.
That would be nice.
You know?
Yeah.
Or me losing.
I would like a Stones concert.
Oh, I love the Stones. Hey, stay with your own music, okay?
I like rock music.
All of a sudden, we're boomers, and we're boomers. We're this, we're that. Until it's time to listen to some music. Guess where all you youngins come? To the Stones.
I like rock
music. Motley Crue makes a comeback.
I don't like Motley Crue.
Elton John. I don't care who.
I like Elton John. That's
right.
Cool.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Talk show hosts and bands. Okay. All right. Now, are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm going with the Yankees. Carlos Rodon still has a high ERA. He's off a no-hitter. They're plus 110 to White Sox. Believe me, folks, the system has been fooled by the White Sox before. It's your own risk because I'm terrified to take the New York Yankees, which is a good thing.
Yes,
I would. I'm terrified to take the Yankees tonight with a guy named Montgomery going.
Yeah, well, I'm terrified of both teams because the Yankees lineup is so potent and it is really good at home. Like, I would be a little bit nervous that the Yankees lineup can get to Carlos Rodon, but I will stick with this, and I've been sticking with it. I don't want to go away from it. I'm going to go with the White Sox minus 109 because they're going up against a left-handed pitcher in Jordan Montgomery, and they have crushed left-handed pitching.
And like I told you, I don't know who's pitching. I don't know who's playing. I got to look it up. My system gives me this, but they gave me Cincinnati yesterday. I mean, I should have been 1-on-1. I should have not had another losing day for 2 weeks, but I did. That happened. But if you're telling me Jordan Montgomery with a 2-1 record, 4.75 ERA is favored, why is that? I don't know, but then I have no explanation for it. I have to take it. Okay, so you have White Sox, I have Yankees. Okay, and then I'm just taking another game. This is going to be quick and painless. I'm taking the Bruins tonight. I mean, is the Russian playing for the Capitals?
Ovechkin, I'm not sure. I would assume. Yeah,
of course he is. And did you see what the odds are? Did you see what the line is? So then I do my homework. I'm seeing Boston's minus 165 at Boston. I know they have tradition. I know Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito, but they also have a pretty good team now. This seems like a trap game to me. I'm taking the Boston Bruins against Washington.
Nice. Going a little NHL. I'm going to stick with Major League Baseball, and I'm going to actually bet against my Phillies today. They're a plus. I'm taking the Red Sox, plus 135 in the money line. Aaron Nola's not been great. I think what I'm taking is just a price against the Phillies. They haven't been playing well. Nola has been well. The only thing that scares me is Nola is good at a Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. So it worries me that he could do well. But I think with the price, it's worth taking the risk on with the Red Sox here. They've just been too good, I think, to bet against.
Well, you know what? Price. You know what? That's good. And this time it will count. We're going to make sure that
unless Martin Perez is scratched 20 minutes before the start, then no.
I'll give you another sucker bet after what happened to everybody last night. LA's playing Oakland tonight. This will be my scary pick. Quintana's got an ERA of 8. Yet the Angels are favored with Trout out of the lineup. That would be my scary pick of the day. I don't know if you'd ride with me on that because Oakland's got a pretty good ball club right now. They rattled it off. It would be too easy for me to take the Oakland A's tonight. Quintana, the last time he pitched good, I think, was with the Cubs. So that's a tough one.
So I'll go final game. I'll go the Golden State Warriors tonight, 4.5-point favorites against Memphis.
You're the best, man. Hey, everybody, have a great weekend. We appreciate you joining us. This is the fastest 20 minutes around. The guy
best 20 minutes. Yeah.
In wagering, come on now. The best 20 minutes across the European nations. Well, Europe is, France, some of those other places. We're on fire. Say go long, everybody. So long.